is.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Today we're here at Chambers Bay in University Place, Washington. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the action. Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
69. We've got a big golf course in front of us today. Robert Trent Jones II designed this golf course really to fit in with these marvelous surroundings. But consequently, we have like what I would call almost an inland links. It's going to play like that. Ideally, you'd like to play this golf course through the air, but it's very exposed to the elements.
Okay,
down to the first tee now to get the round going.
Let's see how good I do this time.
Par 4, Frank.
Yeah, straight out of the gates. The wind obviously very important here. If you were to play it into a head breeze, this would be just a mammoth hole, just under 500 yards. Fortunately, with a little prevailing breeze, though, it'll shorten up considerably, but we'll bring that bunker on the right in play.
That's in the fairway. All right, Frank, how would you break down this approach shot here at the first at Chambers Bay?
Well, Rich, it's partially blind, so you've really got to fixate on the exact point that you want to aim at. That's one of the beauties of this golf course. So maybe even just have a little look and make sure you know that line, because once that ball hits the ground, the natural contours are going to take it in a certain direction. So really fixate on that line.
I think the lowest I want's 25 over, or 25, I think.
Third shot, looking for a good one. And he's made it onto the green edge. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Crowd goes nuts.
Frank, that's disappointing. You like to get out of the gates with a par.
Yeah, this is where a convenient memory would certainly help.
This from 7 feet. My goodness,
You've got to
what
be
does the guy have to
joking
do to
me.
make a putt out here?
Gotta know how to putt to make the putt.
So, 2 over early.
Yeah, I'm starting off bad.
Now at the second and a medium length par 4, Frank.
Yeah, a slight dogleg to the left, rather long, skinny green here, well bunkered all the way down the left side. Really anything down the right, and the natural contours of the land should kick that ball a little to the left.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna
Not
happen.
quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Anything you do differently with your setup?
Just dig my feet into the sand a little bit more, but make sure you focus on the exact spot on the ball you want to hit.
Did the smart thing there, Frank. Took his medicine, back out onto the fairway. So, third shot now for Rory McIlroy.
Oh, come on. I barely
That's
missed it.
disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Just a
Double
sloppy
bogey.
hole, no other way to say it,
4 over.
and it results in a double bogey. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners, well, if you can call them corners. More like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Well, at least he can draw on the experience from the previous hole. Again, in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Are you
That
kidding
looked
me?
like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably
This one gonna be
Gary
two over
Player
here,
and
too.
Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron. That's right, a 3-iron on a short bunker shot from a greenside bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. Now he has this for double bogey. 6 over par on the round right now. Frank, standing here on the 4th tee at Chambers Bay, you can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really, that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the 2 previous holes, this fairway slopes to the other direction, to the right.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Into the tall cabbage, that ball is swallowed up. And setting up here in the rough.
Just too much juicy grass between the ball and the club face. It's always going to come up short out of that sort of light.
That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right.
Safely on the dance floor.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinches in, though, with those bunkers left and right, and there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall. Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Very solid right there. 8 feet away. Well played. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Boy, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Hard to be perfect in this game.
Double bogey.
It's a bogey. Frank, now at the 6th, this appears to be a testing par 4 long one.
It is, but once again, a generous fairway. Just use those mounds down the left as an indicator on your line. Hole bends a little bit to the right. Good tee shot, though, and everything is in front of you.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Headed for the bunker, I think. Well, we've seen this before today, in the bunker. Setting up for the shot from the sand. Not quite where he wanted it, but it is on the green, and that's not too bad. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. Oh, man.
Double bogey.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Damn, man.
Oh, what happened there, Frank?
That yanks my noodle.
This one was just a nightmare from the start, and now he has this for triple bogey. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. At least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short. Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. These putts keep the round together. Well, he's going to beat himself up on the way to the next tee. You don't miss those putts. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, you want...
You almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well
My
over
wife
par.
gets up, I'll
Now
have
to
her
the
do a
eighth in a
follow.
long
And
par
do,
5,
she
Frank.
started to count.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers,
for-
just the
for
dunes
me,
either
full
side. The
breath.
hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway.
Usually I get viewers
There's a little
for
bit
the
of
golf,
mounding
you know?
in this green,
It must just be
too,
too
that
early
actually
for kids
slopes
yet.
it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
I hope Spawn's on.
Nice little bounce forward.
What's that?
Should be close to 300, 290.
Is that what you're playing?
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
No, I just started a game. I was going to play career next. Unless you want to play.
So third shot now for Rory McIlroy.
No, I don't think I do, but I can download it next time to play, you
Oh,
know?
looked like you caught a flyer right there, Frank.
I like playing these
God,
sports
this is
games.
way too
Oh, it's coming back downhill.
That one was running so hot. Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. Flared that one a bit to the right, but still not too bad.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. That is another bogey. It's getting messy.
I think I'm 13
Ouch.
or something over, I think. I can come back and just step back half. Hell, I'm a better golfer in real life.
Frank, the 9th hole is called
What's that?
Olympus. Feels as though like Russell Crowe should be standing on the tee, starring in some sort of a movie about the Greek gods.
I knew you'd go like Titans and that down here. But this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich. This isn't for the Greek gods and the Titans of the world. They might think they are, but this is for you and me. This is for everybody. 36 handicappers. We can all play here.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Solid play, heart of the green.
Yeah, see, when I follow you guys,
Has this
most of the
to
time,
save par.
I'll watch you guys, you know? Because I can see my... Oh, you got it paused. I just haven't... Oh. Are you downloading it? Oh, this one here.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when
I'll
you leave it
download
short,
that
though.
game
I'm
today.
sad.
He's making my job hard.
Oh, I thought he had that. Will not be happy with that one.
How do you miss a
Nudge
putt
this
from a
one
foot
home,
away?
finish it up. Been a rocky round.
I got to do something on his back half, you know? I'll never beat my lowest one.
He struggled on the front,
might.
but a chance to regroup here on the inward half, Frank.
Well, if you look at a round of golf and you made a couple of double bogeys on the first or you made a couple of double bogeys on the end, it would still add up. Now, let's hope that the back nine is all gravy.
Mine usually
Looks to be a good
installs, it
setup
takes
going
about,
into the
depending on
green
what it
here at
is,
the 10th.
20 gigabytes to do it in an hour.
All right, Frank, what's the best way to approach the 10th?
Yeah,
This is
it's
probably the
opposite.
flattest green on the golf course, Rich, and really, if you miss this green, you've made a mistake. There's no two ways about it. It's probably the most predictable second shot you're going to have on the golf course.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
I knew that was going to go there. I seen you come online.
Looks like he just misread that. Locked in on the read and the speed.
I don't know how Spawn didn't get that.
Starting
that
the back
community
nine
going.
on
I
a
don't.
sour note here with a
Because he
drop
had
shot
plenty of
bogey
people
at
in
the
there,
10th.
you know.
Just a couple of feet.
What's that?
So not his best work.
Well,
He'll walk away with a
I
bogey.
don't get many viewers on this one. I'm definitely going to stop live streaming this evening because my shit for
Well,
today
here
was
we are at the
4.9
11th.
and it's
Frank, this
dropping,
is a
you know.
brutally long par 4.
And
It's a
a
chance
little
you
bit
take,
blind,
but-
too. There's that big dune in the middle of the fairway, and it's sort of a bit daunting. You're not quite sure what's behind that. Well, what is behind that is actually fairway. And just carry it over there. That'll certainly shorten the hole up. And then from there, it's a little bit of a dogleg to the right.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball's sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Superb position right in the fairway and 200
There's
yards to the
Spawn.
flagstick. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's
Yeah, I
certainly
was
on the
getting
cards.
invited.
And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it.
How you doing,
It
buddy?
certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here. It's no snack though. How did that not go in?
Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
That looked like it nearly got below the lip, the level of the lip there.
Can't believe that one, Frank. That was a complete horseshoe right
Oh.
there. Clean this up with a tap. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly.
Hey,
Measuring 311 yards, the
Yeah.
12th Frank seems to offer an opportunity for a player to do
last
something
night when I live
dramatic here.
streamed that,
Yeah, it's called the Narrows. Really, it
it
should be
bumped
called
my
the
average up
Temptation
from
because
2
one player
point something
stands on
to
a
4
tee
points.
knowing he can reach
I
and
need-
doesn't take up.
I'm screwing it up here though,
It was
you
a
know
little
what I mean? I need to
overambitious.
get you following me real quick and I'm going to go get her tab and fuck it, you know?
He'll need to be strong with this.
Empire's following me. I had two.
Well, that's why on this
But
golf course,
it's
Frank,
screwing
there is
me
a
up.
premium
Yeah, I know
on
it
hitting
is.
fairways.
You're exactly right. Might be also protecting against a flight, but that did anything other than flight.
I started out with a 2.6 or a 2.8, right? And it went to 4.2. Now I've live streamed a little bit ago for an hour, and I only got 2 views, and I haven't got that one in yet. Now I only
Great
have
shot
1
coming
view.
out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
So I have to at least get you and her in there to bat. You know what I mean?
You don't want to
But
let
I
this one
figured
get
it out.
away.
If
This
I
is
get
about
6
concentration and
people-
focus at this
Whoa.
point. That's disappointing.
Tomorrow,
He misses
Monday,
the par putt. and He'll
tomorrow
have this
Monday
for
or tomorrow
bogey.
Monday and Tuesday, 6, I'll have my thing. You know what I wasn't
This
thinking
to
about yesterday,
surrender,
okay? Just say
only
there's
one
6
shot.
people today, right? your 6 goes on today, but one of your other ones that's real low comes off. You see what I'm saying? Every day one comes on, one comes off. And you got low ones back there. So, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
So early on the backside,
getting
here
my
at the
arse
12th
kicked.
hole, missed opportunity.
As soon as you go live, let me know. I'll throw you in here. I got another follower last night.
That is a double bogey.
Besides that one that, Violet Vixen came in.
Onto the 13th hole here at Chambers Bay. It's a par 4,
Maxi.
and they call this one Eagle Eye.
Yeah, dogleg to the right, beefy par 4. You hit it down to one of the widest fairways on the golf course. And then up in front, if you look at the middle of the green, you're going to see one bunker. Needless to say, that's got to be avoided.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Good lie in the fairway, and a good chance to make something happen here.
Thank you, Spawn.
Frank, safe to say he is not having his
I wasn't
best day
waking you
out
up,
here
dude.
today.
I'm
What
sorry.
kind of advice do you give a player who's struggling?
I got woken up by a
You just
phone.
almost
I
got to
actually thought
forget
it
what's
was you.
happened. I know that's
So I
easier said
answered.
than
This
done.
guy goes, "Hi, I'm
Just
Jeremy."
start a
I
clean
said,
slate.
"You
Just
tell
look,
me
just hit a good shot.
about
Just
a
find a
police
fairway.
thing or a fire
Don't try and
thing, I'll
get too
reach you this phone
specific.
and grab you by your neck."
There's enough out there. The greens
said,
are big
"Listen,
enough.
dude,
Just
I told
find a
them
piece
take
of
me
green.
off that list.
Find a piece of fairway.
I was a
maybe
fireman
knock a
30
couple
years.
putts in,
Nobody gave me
and let
nothing.
it add up in your
And
direction.
that's true.
Not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
He didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance.
Do I?
Frank,
Might
that's
be
not
his
one you're
headset.
necessarily
I'm gonna have to
thinking
get a
about
new wire
making.
for this. You know,
Just
that's one nice
good
thing
putt,
about
though.
these ones.
There's no
You can
two
just
ways
replace
about
the wire
that. He's putting
like
well. That was a good try. Didn't quite get the break right.
So they'll tap in.
Halo went to
You
Gavin's
almost
ball
lose
game.
count at this point. Safe to say, not
I
under
couldn't.
par. In fact, well over par.
It's pouring down rain here. He said they tarp their field. I said, yeah, Gavin, but if it's still raining, they will not pull that tarp off. And not only that, they like to let it dry about a half hour to an hour before a game because of the grass. And they, unless they got a different tarp, when we were at school, all we did was we tarped the infield, like 5 feet around. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So maybe he got a different tarp, like
Excellent start
stuff,
off
you know?
the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Second from an excellent lie.
Okay, buddy. We're gonna play some Fortnite when you come in.
That's tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot.
I
in the
didn't do too
fairway.
bad.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club.
I'm gonna
from there.
hurry up and download.
So
Before
third
we
shot
start
now
that,
for Rory
I'm gonna
Mcllroy.
download 2K21.
Oh, nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that.
Well, I'm at my lowest one right now, and I
Tester from
have
4 feet.
4 holes to go.
That had
Oh,
to
there
really
it
hurt,
is, right
Frank, 'cause
there.
It looked good all the way.
This will test his metal.
I got
Not what he
69
had in mind
followers.
when
I
he
like
stepped
that
to the
number.
tee, but it would be just one drop shot. This for bogey. At last, Frank, a break from those long par fours. We just played 5 par fours in a row. Now the par 3 15th.
And also, as you can see in the distance, you can actually see a tree. One of the few that are on the golf course. Hence the name of 15. It's called Lone Fir.
What's
Not
that?
overly long, just a little short hole. But in the US Open, obviously they can play it at around 250 yards. It's just a fun par 3. But
can hear
check
you
where
now.
that flag is, because sometimes 3 is a good score here. But an easy flag position, then go straight at it.
Yeah,
Shot now
it's
from the rough.
14.
Frank, what's he facing?
That's why I said that's a crappy
The lie
score.
first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a
I
little bit
almost
short
made
of
it.
the
I'm,
green.
2
Problem is
inches from the
turning
hole,
one
and I would have
mistake
got a birdie.
into another.
And I need that right now, you know?
In for par. Now to the par 4, 423 yards, 16th hole. What's the right play, Frank?
Fairway first, once again, you'll see the slope of the fairway from the left to the right side. It means move your aim down that left side. It'll make this fairway appear that much bigger. And of course, then when you hit into this green, you're really going to have to flight that second shot properly. This is like a tabletop green.
You'll need to catch this solid, 190 yards away. Frank, when you look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that Athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those players to define that era. So you need competition. Competition is not without rivalry.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. My goodness, what does a guy have to do to make a putt out here? Been a rocky round.
Come on, guys. Help me out in that camera area.
Frank, you don't need just a caddy out here at Chambers Bay. Seems like you need a sports psychologist. You start thinking about the names of these holes. Beached at 16, and what's 17 called?
Derailed, and you can see why too. That green's perched up there. If you've got the round going in the wrong direction, this is not a hole to start on. So if you've got a run going, it's just a good tee shot that lands around the front there, and you just take a 3 here. This is not a time to be a hero.
One side of the green.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Pretty good shot right there.
That flag saved my butt.
Just dripped that in.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again, you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Frank, you want to finish with one good swing here, the approach shot to the 18th hole.
I don't think there's a flat putt on this green, Rich. There's so many different sections. We said the course was like a maze. This 18th green can be like a maze. If you're on the right portion, then obviously that certainly helps, but there's so many different levels to this green.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Can't hide the flagstick from that
probably
man.
going to be plus 29.
Just a couple of feet. In for par.
Plus 29. I'll tell you what, my brother.
So as we finish up here today, Frank, he has not had the best round, but I suppose that's golf, isn't it?
He broke even.
He's not Robinson Crusoe. This golf course can drive many a man crazy. But the beauty of this game, you get up, dust yourself off.
Then the guy says, "Jimmy, a bucket."
There'll be a next time for us as well, partner. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novello saying goodbye for now.
Man, I had all kind of golf balls. I made like $30-some, All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Well, we're gonna try to pro. Rush. Select. Upcoming advanced equipment. No, event. Yep, I lost another viewer. Down to 2. I might pause this and take a walk. I am. I'll be right back. I'm going to get everything. It doesn't matter. I only got 2 viewers, and that's you and him. I'm talking away, I had it muted. I says, I gotta watch now. I'm on camera and get caught eating chocolate. She's setting it up and following YouTube. It'll come across Jesse Ray 75. I didn't think about it, but I have another account. Huh? Yeah, I bet I could do that with that account too. Huh? Oh, what happened? They took it last night, 2:30 in the morning, right? I says,
EA
I'm
Sports
tired.
is proud to present
joking.
today's PGA Tour coverage.
All of a sudden, we went to go in the lobby, and my TV blinked, and my internet went out. And I'm like, what?
Today it's live
I
opening
think somebody
round
hit a pole.
coverage of the
It came
Career
back on
Builder
about
Challenge.
15 minutes. Either somebody hit a pole or they did something to the office. Had to fix something. They're on it. Oh yeah, yeah. They're on it. They don't play around anymore.
Let's go down to the 11th. Been a steady
Yeah, 11th
performance
hole.
so far early in this first round,
-1.
but at some point, Frank, they need to take steady to spectacular.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Rich, and really sooner rather than later, that's for sure. But yeah, steady becomes boring if it stays on for too long.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Oh, I sliced that one to the left. Oh, you know what though? It benefited me.
Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
Not too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a
Yes,
little
sir.
bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane.
Take your time. You got it hooked up to follow me, right? What I did was I started my career in golf. So, and just in case you had to back off, you know what I mean? Yeah, take care of Granny first, dude. Family first. You hear? Jessica.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. That's a bit offline in the rough.
You need to get some orange juice or something like that, because if she goes out, she can't
Frank,
swallow.
out of
You
the
can pour
rough,
juice
best
in.
to swing
All
a little
right.
bit easier or get after it with all you have. And we went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
So, in the water, now in position playing his... Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Had been playing reasonably well. It's getting away right here. The 8th shot on the way.
Well, you could say the horse has already bolted.
Frank, you've just hit one in the water. You don't want to compound the mistake.
Whoa, I
What's the
lost a
mindset
viewer.
here?
This
Spawn,
one
you
right
still
here,
hearing me?
you've got to forget that big blue oasis in front of you.
Frank,
You
any
are
way
right,
to keep
Empire.
this round together. This already the 10th shot after having hit it in the water.
No, is the easy answer. This is just inexplicable what's happened out here.
My wife must have not hooked me
Just
up
a
yet.
series of mistakes, one after the other.
That's in the
You
fairway.
and him too. And then I went down to 1 from 4. It's like, wow.
Frank, what's the right
You
play
have
here?
that, though.
Second to the short 12th.
Short flags, obviously got to keep it on that front section. When you've got a back flag, you've got to get it over that little faint ridge that's in the middle of the screen. Got to go past that.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
All right, now another shot from the rough.
Yeah, this time better be better than the one we just saw.
And he's made it onto the green now. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Looks like he just misread that. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Come on, don't do that.
Cruel lip out.
So just a formality here. Frank, this is where you want to step away from the controller for just a second.
Yeah, good. Mr.
60th
Good. Just
place.
met
That's not
Mr.
bad.
Bad.
Well, Frank, we came off a hole, the short par 4 12th, where players no doubt were thinking about making birdie. Here, it's a different story. Why?
It is. Well, 13's always going to be unlucky for some. There's so much water down there on that left side.
Never a pleasant moment, the drop after you've gone into the water, but here we are. So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the third shot. Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading toward...
Extra stroke at it after going into the water. Still going, and going the wrong way. This is the 5th shot after that previous one went into the drink.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on. Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right
I put 2 different holes in the water.
Just leave you a flick in here. I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left.
Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
Green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder, hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Hey, whenever you get a chance, throw that back on, okay? Oh, it takes it a minute. I mean, Spawn must not be. This
is a 23-foot putt.
I don't.
You couldn't ask
I
for
don't
much
like
more than
Chromebook,
that.
but hey, you gotta use it, right?
Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. And that'll wrap up the first round. We saw some good golf today, Frank, but some others, they got off to a slow start.
Yeah, and I don't really know how to explain why. Maybe lack of practice rounds, maybe not enough time on the golf course. They certainly will have to regroup tomorrow and put up a show just to make the cut.
Where did I put my phone now? Oh, right here. Take this camera off. Okay, leave that there a minute. I'm gonna do something. I'll be right back. Empire. Empire. There. Can you hear me now? Headphones dropped. You're definitely following me, right? I'm curious. It's you and my wife. So either Spawn's jumped offline or he knocked it off. You know.